Hello. Welcome to another pick a card reading. I'm your girl, Miss Tyra Bell. My handle is here. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Very happy to have you here. If you need more information, drop down below. All the links will be below. Excited to read for you. Excited to be here. So yeah, it's the 12/12 portal today, but this is a timeless reading. If you need more information, this is a general pick a card reading. So if you need more specific information, DM me, hit me up. I'd be glad to connect with you and give you a reading. Readings are for confirmation of what your intuition is already telling you. If you're here to spread, positive vibes, to like, to comment, to share, to share this with your friends, with your peeps, that energy just comes back to you tenfold. So just know, you spread love, you get love. But if you're here to spread evil eye, negativity, that energy also comes back to you tenfold. So be conscious, create consciously, and like I said, if it doesn't resonate, just leave it. This is a public platform. So I have 4 piles today. Pile 1 is the storm. Pile 2 is the village. Pile 4 is Anima Mundi. Anima Mundi. That's pile 4. And, pile 3. That's pile 3. And pile 4 is the self. So take a big, deep breath before selecting a pile. Jump down to the time stamps below to select your pile and go straight to it. I'm going to set out the cards for pile 1. So yeah, I'm excited to read for you guys. Sorry, my eyes are itching. Right, okay. Okay. Pile 1. Pile 1. So this is 12/12 portal energy that I'm channeling, but this is also a timeless reading. So we have the storm card. So you may have been going through some emotional turmoil or big changes. Anytime I see the storm card, I think of Oya. And luckily, this reading is about, talking through the changes that are occurring for you, giving you some advice, seeing what shadow aspects are being revealed or want to be integrated or nurtured, and what spirit is teaching you at the moment and what habits are being broken. So I'm hoping to give you clarity if you're feeling like you're in this storm energy, like a little bit chaotic. Maybe it's raining where you are. And I'm also hearing hypervigilance, so I'm hoping to clear that energy with you right now. Tap in with me, take a couple deep breaths, and let's get started. So whatever you are expecting is going to actually turn out much better than you're expecting. So you might not be seeing as clear as you think you are. So what's changing for you at this time? I want to say that I'm hearing petty arguments. So if there's some pettiness around maybe your security at this time, or within the home environment, your foundation at this time, I do see that is changing. So I want to say be generous, especially if there's any energy around you that is influencing you to maybe be stingy or to cling or to play it small. So give that energy a little bit more generosity, not meaning overextending, but just like kindness, right? Because whatever's on the other side of this situation is going to be extremely positive. So just think more positively about it, even if you feel like you're getting the end of the stick right now. Spirit is encouraging you to be strong and to have endurance through this storm. I want to say that the change is reminding you how stable you are. The song that's playing right now is Roses by Outkast. I feel like that might be a significant song synchronicity for someone. So the changes that are happening are having to do with your stability or your security. And I think Spirit just wants you to be a little bit more decisive and clear about what you do or do not want at this time. Obviously focusing on the positive so you can call that energy in, especially if it has to do with your foundations. You're closing up a really important cycle. What your shadow is communicating at this time is that it's time to move on. If you were planning on going on a trip, or you're going to go on a trip, that is advised at this time. Having really strong and clear boundaries is also advised at this time. If you are being tempted to be too nice, right? And I talked about being generous, and that doesn't necessarily mean being, a pushover or overextending. Being too nice can create even more coldness within you or rigidity. So, even strength doesn't necessarily mean being rigid or hard. I think the reminder is to, create these boundaries and detach. Remain optimistic as well. So apply that how it applies. What your shadow is communicating or showing up as, this could also be a person with this Queen of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. So your shadow could be showing up as a very cold woman. And if not this, it is your shadow is just simply reminding you that it's time to move on from a circumstance. This may mean just taking a trip. And setting clear boundaries for yourself. What Spirit is teaching you at this moment, I want to say refinement. Spirit is helping you to embrace your joy, and I think that is a really powerful lesson for you, because if you were taught to indulge in things that, were imbalanced, to say, put nicely, that could have been delaying your movement forward. So it's almost like I'm also hearing pet peeves. Maybe you were indulging in like your pet peeves, like things that you wouldn't even really do normally or something like this. So you see this animal next to him, it's like Spirit's letting you out the cage. Spirit is letting you out the cage. Go after it, and you will be supported. So you might not see this right now, but you are moving into a much better time. And that passion is going to be released, and it's going to feel good because it's no longer being released in the wrong ways. It's safe to indulge in this life force energy. You've learned a really powerful lesson. So your shadow is reminding you that it's like smooth sailing from here. Sorry, this song is insane. Mind you, I just let these songs shuffle on through. There's no order to them, so that makes it even more interesting. What Spirit is teaching you at the moment? It's a lot. 3 cards came out instead of just 1, so you are learning how to connect with Yemaye, or the feminine side of yourself, especially if you are a masculine. It does not have to be. Apply how it applies. This is the Hierophant in the traditional tarot, but the shaman in this deck. So this is seeing what's beneath the surface. And we have 2 cards here with these animal totems standing alongside these men. So your animal totems are very important, especially the wolf. The wolf is very important. Connect with that totem. So in your dreams or at night or in meditation, you're seeing very, very clearly some secrets that are being revealed to you. It is especially the feminine side of yourself trying to relay some messages around what balance can be restored here, what justice you are able to have. So trust this emotional intelligence, trust this psychic intelligence at this time. Spirit is teaching you how to utilize the energy of the full moon. We just had a full moon. And to, I want to say, to learn how to be to be in a constant energy of fulfillment. So with this life force energy, what Spirit is teaching you at this moment is to constantly be chasing your joy in a way that supports you and heals you rather than hurts you. The song that's playing now is Summer 2020. Definitely check that one out. So what habits are being broken? And I feel like the habits that are being broken is also tied in with what Spirit is teaching you at this time. If you create anything in the world at this time, they want you to be more of a conscious creator, a conscious co-creator with Spirit. So the balance that's coming in is helping you to shine even brighter in the public sphere in what you do, especially if you're some sort of creator. I want to say you are learning more independence within your commitments. So this could be work, this could be relationships, because to whatever degree you need to shine, Spirit wants that to be fulfilling, and they want it to be at its max. And the only way that you're going to understand how to sustain that is through understanding how to better take care of yourself, and to understand yourself and love yourself and show up for yourself. So, integrating this more shamanic side of yourself is important to taking care of yourself, and how you bring in your money, or how you take care of your partner, or how you commit to things and show up in things, especially if you are in a public setting. If you're looking for harmony within your home or security, I think that here's a prediction. I think that is possible for you. I think right now you're learning what's worth committing to. And I think above all else, Spirit is reminding you it's you. It's you, and it's also this life force energy, your Dharma. I'm also hearing the Da. I think Da is like life force energy. Look it up, Da. So you are accumulating, I want to say, more independence, more balance in your life, and balance in the ways that you show up for yourself. Continue dropping any heart shields. So this strength and the storm It's like, I think people think strength is stamina and empowerment. I think that they start to think that it's being cold or manipulative, hard, angry. And that is the exact opposite of what strength is, especially when you're going through the storm. The storm requires that you lean into your femininity. You lean into your knowing, your understanding of life's symbolism, to the mystery, to the creation, the conscious co-creation, to the commitments, being committed to yourself, to the path. So if you're able to stand out in the rain or connect with water, do so. And I kept saying if you wanted union within a home situation, so I don't know if like you want to, live with your partner. Sorry, oh wait just a second. We're having some issues with the YouTube. Hopefully I'm not skipping too much. I'll speak slowly. So the union of hearts, there's a connection of love that defies explanation, and I almost said denies. So I want to say, don't deny yourself of healthy unions, healthy co-creation, healthy home life, healthy bonds. So that is your message, your 1212 portal message, pile 1. And I hope that this was helpful. Spirit is saying get to it, especially if like you have traveling to do, separating to do, clarity to embrace. Get to it. Stability to build, they're saying. Let's see what's on the bottom of this deck before we close out this message. Yep, the Four of Wands. So that's union. This can be marriage. This can be a celebration. So get to it, pile 1. Have strength through the tides. Make space. The storm can also be a clearing. Make space. Thank you, pile 1. Okay, so pile 2, you guys might be called to watch pile 1, but take it if it resonates. If it doesn't resonate, that's fine. The song that's playing is Paid in Full by Bosco, Bosco. I like to share my little song messages. This is your 1212 portal message. This reading is also timeless, so, apply it how it applies. If you hear something that doesn't resonate, always discard. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Village. Forgiveness. Forgive. But you chose the Village. For me, the Village can be thinking, group thinking, community thinking, and in a negative way, it can be hometown thinking. So sticking to what you know rather than exploring beyond the village. So I want to say be open to the possibility. Pile 2. Be open to new realms of possibility. So what's happening, what's changing for you at this time, and what advice does Spirit have? The change is happening within your confidence and the way that you see yourself, the way you see your circumstances, and the way that you see your beauty. It's changing. So your confidence is improving, especially the way that you show up to work and the way that you show up to build whatever you're building within your life. And these changes will stick around for a really long time. I'm hearing navigate the forces, so especially if this is like feeling limited by past people, past communities, past circumstances, it's really important to continue to move beyond that, to see yourself clearly in a new way. Continue to let go of any like heavy ego-based thoughts or fear. Continue reflecting on your community that is around you at this time, or the community that you want to have around you. Continue reflecting on your own self-confidence as well. And I'm hearing bear witness to the healing. So, what your shadow is communicating or showing up as, I want to say your shadow is showing up as temptation. And I think that it's like around Christmas time too. I noticed that there's this real big dynamic between like our higher beliefs and practices and spiritual practices and things like this, right? And then that pull of the more darker aspect of life, temptation, our primitive, shadowy beliefs, habits, and routines, and that push and pull between those two, the light and the shadow. So I want to say your shadow is showing up in that really dual energy, and I want to say the way that you're trumping your shadowy nature or impulses is by having really strong routines and rituals or habits. So I think it's important as well to forgive yourself for maybe getting distracted at any point. Especially if it has to do with this village, it could be family matters as well. So your ancestors are really supporting the decisions that you're making. So your shadow is showing up as, I want to say, whatever you do ritually or routinely that reconnects you and grounds you and helps you with a higher perspective. So your shadow nature is very much tamed in the best way. And I think it's improving your confidence and strength. So hats off to you, Pal 2. You're doing it. You're doing good. So what is Spirit teaching you at the moment? Again, with this confidence, they just want you to have a little bit more confidence in these habits, rituals, routines, beliefs that you have, because they may be different or differ from your family. So especially if you're sharing this in a public way, like if there's any way that this group knows about what you do or how you move in the world, Spirit is going to continue to ask you to review the way that you show up. Why? Why? I think there may be a feeling of maybe you feel inadequate or ingenuine or like an imposter, like feeling imposter syndrome just a little bit. So there's where you can say no and have boundaries or do self-forgiveness work. I want to say that you're safe. You're safe to shine at this time, but continue reviewing and being, I want to say, like an observer of the circumstances, holding your firm boundaries, because I think Spirit is trying to offer you more at this time. Spirit wants to give you more, whether that's like more attention, more validation, more stability. So really commit to these habits and routines that you're doing to tame these shadowy aspects, these toxic ego-based fears and things like this. Sorry, hopefully our stream is working. So that is what Spirit is teaching you. And so what Spirit is teaching is also tied with whatever habits are being broken. And I want to say that the habit that's being broken is a lack of communication or a fear of communication. And this could be with the connections around you at this time that are very important to you. So being open and vulnerable is very important, especially if it has to do with a new endeavor, a new partnership. Could be both. Because this is how you're setting your intentions, but also communicating to Spirit that these, routines and beliefs and foundations that you built for yourself, like they are improving your confidence, but also your intuition. Like, it's how you prove to yourself that your intuition is spot on, is like reflecting that back to the universe. So it's like they want to hear, your guides and angels and ancestors want to hear that you're in alignment because you are. So keep speaking into your reality. Speak to people with transparency, even if you feel alone in it. Be open to that new realm of possibility, especially if you're in a lot of like newness, and come from that really high perspective. Your intuition is probably right. So we have the glamour card. Into this mirror, I now see the realms of possibility. So I want to say baths at this time. Beautify yourself in a bath with some like roses and candles, and like really feel yourself. Set some intentions. Especially if you want to continue to really ground newness in your life. Communicate with that one person that needs your attention or validation at this time, especially if there is a village. Don't get caught up in needing their validation if you know that it's holding you back. The song that's playing is More Love by Chris Brown. And he said, I let go, you let go, and I pull you back. And I said, these people pull you back at the same time he said that. So, have strength when communicating in those connections that are important to you. I was already saying that. Have confidence, even if it's been a bumpy ride. Yeah. Okay, this is spot on. So on the bottom, love endures. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. And the card that actually came out is be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. So this is what I was saying. It's time to make a genuine effort to show that you care. And I heard they know that you care. Everyone knows that you care. Especially if you're like in a public setting. So that is what I have for you, Pile 2. I'm hearing be independent in your thinking rather than dependent, so you can see clearer. I'm also hearing pendant. Someone must have like a pendant, or you might get one for Christmas. Hearing bright ideas. So in else's social media. And so on the bottom of your deck, pile 2 is the Queen of Swords. So that is, she's cold, she's turned off emotionally, and she's using the mind. So vulnerable. Alright, pile 3. Hopefully you can hear me. Sorry, my streaming is getting choppy. I'll be patient. Sorry, I think we got cut off pile 3. But yeah, the Queen of Swords is the exact opposite of the Queen of Cups. So really tap in with your emotions and get into your vulnerable bag. Get into that vulnerable bag. I'm going to move on to pile 4. Thank you for being here, pile 3. Hopefully this isn't too choppy. Hi, pile 3. I hope that this is streaming well and is not too choppy. I'm excited to read for you. This is your 1212 portal message, but this is also a timeless reading, so whenever you find it, it's time to awaken the beast, they're saying, okay? Meaning that in the most positive way, obviously. You might be having dreams about why you've incarnated onto the planet. Like your origin. So intense dreaming, if not this specific. You pulled the, or you chose the Anima Mundi card. Anima Mundi, sorry. I know how to pronounce this. Anima Mundi. And this is like the God soul. Like the soul of the world. Okay? It's a very deep and like lustrous card I'm hearing. I think it's because it's like everything. It's like everything combined, and how almost more materially too, not necessarily on a surface level. Like all the concepts, all the hidden and seen. So that's why I'm thinking maybe intense dreaming, I'm hearing storytelling, like with all these symbols and cutouts, connections, connecting the dots. If this has to do with family or work, having, strong boundaries and or like even understanding your emotions around the circumstance is really important. So maybe your family is very diverse as well. So valuing how you feel about things is really important around your family. Also, I want to say not being distracted by too many things around you. And we have Eros. So I want to say there's going to be a really harsh pull some direction for you, pile 3. And that's going to start a whole new cycle. So this portal is going to awaken some sort of desire within you. So really value how you feel, value what you like. I want to say love yourself, even like if that means, actually loving how you look, the more surface aspects of things, 3D aspects. And maybe what you do or what you're drawn to or what you like is very complicated or complex in some way. It's very worldly. It's not just one thing, it's a lot of things. It's complicated. I want to say you're very dreamy, pile 3. Very dreamy. You may be very, very attractive at this time. So what changes are occurring? I want to say, especially if this has to do with work, it's okay to have many interests. I want to say it makes you very attractive as well. So don't limit the way that you make money or limit your family. So if you're starting your own family, you have your own family, don't limit your family. So if you want to introduce new beliefs or new beginnings, some sort of new beginning, really value how you see things. Do not limit yourself in the way that you make money, the way that you protect your money, the way that you protect your family. So more intention is needed on how you want to navigate your finances and releasing the limitations that you think are necessary. Spirit is reminding you that you're safe. So I want to say, especially if you feel like this family or someone around you is loving you for the wrong reasons. It could be like for your finances. So be loving towards everyone around you at this time. Continue to free your mind of doubt. And don't limit yourself, especially if you're making a lot of money at this time or, diving into a new family dynamic. Something like this. So that is the change that's occurring at this time. It has to do with your finances and limitation. And if it's not finances, it's family. Dropping some heart shields, awakening to some new desires. And don't limit yourself after you open up this new portal for yourself, this new beginning for yourself. Embrace the change. So what your shadow is communicating is maybe you had a harsh kind of reality check recently about something that was not ready or not built on any stable ground. And so, especially if Spirit is asking you not to limit yourself, that may have shaken your idea of what is possible. So that's why they're coming through to affirm that you're safe, despite whatever fell through or was not ready or didn't turn out the way that you expected it to. So whatever that reality check was for you, that is a part of unveiling your shadow. So how it's showing up is, I want to say, feeling like something is not turning out the way that you want it to. And that is kind of revealing some trauma that needs to be addressed. It's also helping you to, again, appreciate yourself and discover new desires. Open up new portals to new desires, to see a little bit more clear. Your intuition is pulling you in the right direction, so don't limit what is possible, especially if you had to leave behind a circumstance. So your shadow is communicating to let that shit go. That's what your shadow is trying to tell you, especially if it's not ready or showing up in the way that you deserve. You don't have to wait. Just let it go. There'll be new beginnings for you. And maybe what's coming in will have more layers to it, especially if you're a very layered and intricate person. It will match that. It will have more depth, layers, intricacy. So what Spirit is teaching you at the moment is to let things go. I can't stress that enough. To let things go, to move beyond doubts. You're going through an initiation, and this is helping you tap back in with your wild self. So this Eros energy. So I think this is like world soul or something like that. So I want to say it's like depth and desire, honoring your emotions and valuing yourself. So there was a wake-up call. There was some reality check that happened. And maybe you weren't feeling safe, but your finances or your home life, your family life is changing. Right now, some limitation is being removed. And Spirit is teaching you that it's okay to let go. Don't cling to anything right now. What habit is being broken? It's, I want to say self-sabotage, not seeing yourself in a highlight, improving your health through nurturing, self-mothering, even if you're a masculine, learning how to self-nurture, and how that trust in your intuition, trust in your own feminine energy can lead to receiving new things, moving on for the better, granting your own wishes, I just heard. So I want to say you're improving your root chakra at this time, but also your intuition. And on the bottom of the deck we have the Empress. So cater to your needs. See yourself in a very high light at this time. You are safe. It's safe enough to move beyond the doubt. So that is the habit that's being broken. We actually have the Empress twice here. Know your worth, know your value, know yourself. You're very abundant, especially when it comes to the material. Don't limit yourself. So if you need to make a big purchase, like stop being scared with your finances. Do it. You have luck on your side. Trust your intuition. Grant your own wishes. And then this is the safe home card. All right, let's get one more oracle. So be ready for newness, pile. 3. And we have romance on the bottom. I wasn't going to say it, but maybe new romantic connection in the future here. But for now, this says love makes the difference. Love can help heal past hurts and provide a sense of security, self-worth, and importance. And I almost said peel. So I feel like Spirit's like peeling away some layers at this time that are unnecessary, getting to like the core of a situation. And then we have get to know each other. Learning to meet another's need for love is important for a relationship to grow. So I want to say if your needs weren't being met, that's why Spirit gave you this reality check, especially if someone wasn't showing up for you fully and granting your wishes. So you're learning how to grant your own wishes. But that is clearing space for you to get to know other people. I want to say your finances are improving. You're learning a very important lesson, especially if you own your own business. Continue to move beyond doubt, pile 3. Let's get one more message because I don't know. I just don't want to leave this energy. I am hearing foul play, so that's why Spirit, was shaking things up for you for a second there. And so this card says, these are 2 cards. It says, I'm only as free as I make myself, and sincerity is needed. So if you weren't being your full self, if you weren't being sincere, then, you were probably feeling stuck. And now that energy is removed, it's time to free yourself. No more self-sabotage, no more overstaying, no more negative thinking towards yourself. Heal that root chakra so you can feel as abundant as you are. And begin a new chapter. Pile 3. I hope that this was helpful. Keep moving through this initiation on into more clarity, understanding. I want to say, be in an energy of being open to communicating with people. Like, you might be approached a lot coming up by people. And I just heard, oh, he's handsome. So he or she, you're going to be being approached by people. Thank you, Pile 3. I hope that this was helpful. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Moving on to Pile 4. Oh, wait. Let's set these cards out. I'm already getting downloads for Pile 4. I keep hearing Tao. I don't know what that means. I do know what that means, but I can't remember Tao. The Tao. I know what that means, but it's not coming to me. It's very annoying. Can we get this stuff? Yeah, come on. Pile 4, you guys is gonna be the longest reading, the most informational, and I also heard the most heart-centered. Also want to say separation is an illusion. Alright, Pile 4. 4. So I heard separation is an illusion. This is your 1212 portal message, but take whatever resonates, and this is also timeless, so you can listen to this at any point in time. If you hear something you don't like, just discard. And tarot is, of course, confirmation of what your intuition is telling you, not for answers. This is the longest pile. This is the most information that I've gotten out of all the piles, so lock in with me. I just heard take your shoes off. Someone must just got home or something. Relax. Let's get into it. So you chose the self. So you're very heart-centered. I want to say you're very independent. Like, you think for yourself. You know yourself very much. You are maybe very colorful, vibrant. People feel this about you, that you have a sense of self-love, self-awareness, independence. Can't stress that enough. Then we have the warrior. So I want to say you really know who you are. You've been through some things. You know how to bounce back. You know how to take care of yourself. You know how to show up for yourself. Independent thinking, can't stress that enough. Very self-aware, knowledgeable, very bright spirit, and a hard worker, I want to say. Not a coward. Not a coward at all. Like, it's almost like negativity excites you because you can't wait to like combat it. You can't wait to like prove people wrong or show up in your independence. So that's interesting. The self and the warrior, pile 4. So you do have some onlooker at this time. I want to say it's like one person specifically. So this could be an ex, but this could also just be some suitor that's watching you do your thing. And you are showing up in this high priestess. You do not have to be a feminine, but there's a feminine on the card. So very intuitive, very enlightened, again, independent, connected with spirit, conscious, things like this. Tarot reader. I just heard tarot reader. So you are going through some really, really big changes. It's like you intuitively knew that this was coming for you. You waited for it. You fought for it. You prayed on it. You believed in it. You believed in yourself. And spirit is bringing that change to you. It's bringing you emotional fulfillment. Could be family. It could be some sort of stability, new job, new opportunities. So you're in a very receptive mode. And this is pulling in this, I want to say, this Knight of Wands. So you'll know better than I do who this person is, because I think it will be different for everyone. And this person is coming in to test you. To test to see, did the healing really work? Did it really work? So High Priestess, did it really work? Self, do you know yourself? So for someone, this could be a wish fulfillment. And for someone else, this will be someone seeing you get your wish fulfillment. And in that case, Spirit is asking you to really know yourself and know your heart and respond accordingly. Admit yourself the truth that maybe you are experiencing the change that you wanted to see in your reality. The healing is working. This could also be inspiration. If this is someone that you wanted to come towards you, then this person is very inspired by you. Like, you're a very bright light for people. And I would say specifically this person sees you as a very bright light. The song that's playing is Score, from the album The House is Burning, Isaiah Rashad. I don't know if my connection is still going, so I'm going to take a little pause until I see that it's still going and we're still streaming. I apologize, Pal 4. Okay, I'm gonna keep going, but the visuals look like they paused, so I hope this all gets recorded. Okay, so admit that you know what's going on here. You know what changes are happening for you. You know that the healing is working, and you know that you're bringing in some sort of new opportunity that is extremely fulfilling for you. You predicted that this would happen, and it is happening. And my phone buzzed as confirmation. The song that's playing is History by Marty. Maybe check that one out. I'm also hearing Mardi Gras. Someone might be going to Louisiana at some point. Okay, so what is your shadow communicating or showing up as? It's showing up as overindulgence. And I would say overindulging in any self-imposed limitation because of whatever lesson that you had to learn recently or in the recent past. Anything that was like challenging your authority or your ability to stand in your more masculine, even if you are a masculine energy or feminine, to have leadership, to stand on your own, to be an entrepreneur, even if you own your own business. So maybe you were playing it too nice. You were letting people, think that they had more power than they actually did, being too kind with people, and that leading to them taking advantage of you. So if that was the case, you learn from that, and it's time to, release whatever connection or limitations, that were connected to that circumstance so that you can hear your intuition fully at this time regarding your position in life. Continue to ground yourself, especially if you're this entrepreneur. Continue to ground yourself in the self, in that warrior energy. So this is just a little pump up message. I don't necessarily feel like you need this, Pal 4, but here we are. We're going to keep rolling. You're doing great. You're doing great. What is Spirit teaching you at the moment? Actually, let's go back a little bit. What the shadow is also still showing up as. So heartache around potentially maybe playing it small or being the nice woman, submitting in the wrong situations, things like this. So Spirit is just advising, despite whatever heartache you experience that may create doubts or limitations, continue showing up and speaking your truth. Like whatever you channel or communicate as this warrior, as the self, as the high priestess is so, so important. I want to say that you laid the foundation. Whatever you have created for yourself up until this point is channeling so much wisdom and like passion and groundedness. So even if you don't feel that in the moment, that's what you're giving. You're giving someone who is a leader, someone who has permission to play the role that you're, embodying at this time. So know that what you've created for yourself will last a really long time, and it will continue to be extremely enjoyable to pour into. But I think when you're battling the heartache, you start to doubt, right? So that is also how the shadow is showing up at this time. And what it's communicating is continue to be yourself, continue to revel in that high priestess energy, despite whatever happened. What Spirit is teaching you at the moment is that it's not okay to sit in the energy of doubt or heartache and self-imposed limitation when you have all this knowledge. They're not going to let you do that because it creates laziness or procrastination, even maybe a lack of self-like acknowledgement. You have a lot of wisdom. Especially if there's a new suitor coming for you or you are currently in a connection. This person is really excited to give to you. So you have a lot of justice on your side. You have a lot of things that are moving in your favor. There's a lot of really positive changes. I can't stress that enough. So sulking at this time, Spirit is just like, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Tell sulking to hit the door, hit the hay, to get out. Like quite literally. Because you have some positive adjustments here for you. Positive outcomes. So any over-attachment or overindulgence in whatever's testing you at this time is going to block, the important messages or clarity that, and even receiving whatever this gift is that's coming in for you from this suitor or partner, lover. It's really important that you're open to receiving. Be very specific too about what you want at this time. Come from a open mindset rather than a blocked space. What else do I see? So what habits are being broken? I want to say any indulgence in competitiveness. Spirit is showing you, I want to say, your beauty. So let me show you this really quick. We have, and I don't know if my visuals are working here, but justice and beauty. So if you can see this, Spirit is like, whatever you do creatively, it's not, because you have so much self-understanding in this warrior spirit. The warrior in you kind of wants to go into that competitive mode, but the self is smart. The self is highly intelligent. So if Spirit is telling you to create, honoring your beauty, honoring your intuitive awareness, then do so. Continue to put yourself first in that way. Continue to pour into your self-care rituals rather than give into an energy of stress or competitiveness. Overburdening yourself at this time would be detrimental. This could be that overindulgence as well. So what habits you're breaking, I want to say overextending yourself, playing the nice woman. But I also want to say that you've learned this lesson. So you're moving on from that. You're moving on also from the energy of lack, of like, whatever you're building hasn't turned out exactly how you want it to. I think these changes will prove that to be very much the opposite of what's going on here. Like, you're too secure in yourself. You're too enlightened. You know what's going on. You're beautiful. Pour into this future, this justice. Receive. So on the bottom we have, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. And the card that I actually pulled is slow down. When you're excited, you get ahead of yourself. Take some time to allow things to unfold. So you have justice on your side. Acknowledge who you are. Stay out of self-fear-mongering, I'm hearing. And I'm hearing Pilates. Somebody's getting into Pilates. Someone's watching your site. If you're an entrepreneur, someone's on your site watching it. And we have employment change, a positive change in a higher direction. Trust and release the old. So you got it, pile 4. You are on your way. I'm going to close out this message here. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for checking out this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And stay blessed, stay gifted, stay beautiful, stay prayered up, and have a great 12/12 portal or a great day. Bye, guys.